Hello， 大家好，又係我哋 Gameplay HK， 我哋繼續玩霍格華茲傳承。上集都初步了解咗 Ranrock 嘅目的㗎啦。
Welcome back。
喂，而家我哋去地圖密室，大家知玩咩啦？應該係第3個試練嘅。不過就自己嚟喎，就唔係同費格教授一齊。
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
喺學校裏邊
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
哇，玩咗咁耐咧，其實都好少同校長有任何嘅交流㗎，而且就冇乜好感，因為佢真係太惡啦。
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
費格教授可以幫到我哋咁好啊！嚟緊個任務係變身水計劃，咁即係話要收集校長啲毛髮先得喎，會唔會啊？你知呢間學校幾多貓㗎啦？如果萬一唔小心放咗啲貓毛落去，咁點算？教授，呢個不可能嘅任務靠你啦！
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle, and I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
隨時隨地準備定校長變身水係咩原因呢？嗱，我哋要表現得咧係莊嚴啲先得，我覺得。
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
唔好咁有禮貌啦，我哋。
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
費格教授就幫我哋爭取時間洗走即係真正嘅布萊克校長嘅。而家就要，不如我跑出去啦，近啊嘛。揾佢嗰個小精靈啊！咦，有個箱嘅。校長隨時隨地開箱好正常啫係嘛？不過 Level 1係咪必有正嘢？照開啦。另外我都擔心緊啊，忠心嘅家庭小精靈會唔會認得出我哋有古怪咧？我哋只要步行，唔信邪。
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor,
哎呀
I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
乜都交晒俾我哋決定啦。
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
死啦！如果係咁遇到其他教授咧，我驚真係會露出馬腳啊！
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
繼續跑過去先。
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
而家已經係佈置好，好有聖誕 feel 啊！
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
仲擺埋個聖誕樹添嗱，我哋個萬應室都有㗎。
Headmaster, here. What could you want?
揾個學生嚟練習下都好啊。
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
好唔掂啊！啲語氣又口窒窒咁樣。奧米尼斯其實有機會聽得出嘅喎，佢耳仔會好靈敏噶嘛。
Very wrong with Professor Black.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
揾
Professor,
到果村夫人啊
a！ word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
好欣賞佢啊！真係為咗大家嘅着想，有灰地旗頂撞校長。不過老實講，你投訴校長，我真係冇乜所謂嘅。快啲啊，唔該。
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
勁嬲啊，古川夫人！會唔會俾我哋知道咧？佢投訴校長有咩後續劇情咧？好想了解下。
As a headmaster.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
應該行呢邊先啱。哇！學生玩得好開心啊，但係其實會唔會見到校長有啲掃興咧？好似當我冇到喎，但又另外出邊都有聖誕樹嘅，就鋪晒雪咁樣。
You all right? Look like you've seen a ghost.
If only.
呢位女同學都可以傾偈喎。
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
好似開始熟習啲啦，嗰啲語氣。
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
個個都喺背後話我嘅喂。呢度附近已經係大廳㗎啦噃，會唔會有聖誕大餐食緊啊
？Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
入戲啦，入戲啦 ，warm up 完，而家好好多。
Professor, I need to
哎
speak
呀，衛斯
to
理
you.
啊！
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
我諗就未必需要解釋咁多，好唔好啊？我都冇掛住佢，或者我都根本唔記得咗佢添啊。
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumours of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
咁樣聽到話衛斯理教授已經了解咗我哋唔少嘢噶咯喎。
A wonderful job. Leeway for...
喂，夠啦嚇！你係要講我哋行遠啲啊！真係。
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
望一望先嚇，哇！真係好多同學嚟到，同埋咧好靚啊，勁有氣氛啊！呢一間學校。慢慢行先。喂，校長喺度啊，各位，欣賞下佢哋食嘅嘢。每次睇電影咧，佢哋入到嚟食嘢嗰陣咧，都係勁羨慕，因為勁多餸。呢份又唔收集住啦，同阿小精靈傾偈緊要啲。
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
可能原本校長都諗過有人會扮佢套隻小精靈啲嘢出嚟嘅，試下強硬啲先。
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
哇，係啊，好容易露出馬腳啊！布萊克家族嘅座右銘係與純正血統有關。
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
應該總算叫做過咗關啊！
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
喂，要匿埋咯喎，開始唔妥啦，打獅咁樣。呢邊仲諗住可以即係為所欲為，即係等我哋入咗戲之後，多啲嘢可以做到。哇！死，真係失效啦，就快。
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
匿埋個屏風度。
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
好彩冇人睇到我哋啫。好正啊！今次呢個任務，我想玩耐啲啊。不過你都知啲變身水幾難頂㗎啦。我哋要上去校長嘅辦公室啊！知道咗密碼之後，嗱記住要用法文啊！咁啊，順便我哋喺度遊走下，一齊欣賞下呢隻 game 所畫嘅霍格華茲。去到一個好靜嘅走廊，好迂迴嘅，再上一條樓梯，有啲綠色嘅燈籠。嗱，而家呢度開始咧就冇擺啲聖誕嘅裝飾啊。就嚟到㗎啦，會唔會就好似即係做到我哋睇電影咁樣個校長室呢？希望啲話唔好報住我嚟過啦。
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
即係同電影一樣嘅呢座嘢。
Revelio.
呢度有一隻魔法石像鬼負責看守嘅，必須要講出密碼先會俾我哋入去。
Toujours pure.
正啊 ！OK， 上去啦。霍格就幫我哋洗走咗校長啦，唔知上面有冇啲嗰啲咩甘草糖會咬人嗰啲糖喺度咧
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
難得入到嚟，睇埋先。沉睡嘅肖像並唔係每一任校長咧都中意重溫日常生活嘅挑戰㗎。要經營一所魔法與巫術學院咧唔容易嘅，有人比較喜歡可能把握機會瞓覺。睇啲瞓覺畫先。誒呢邊係咪講緊呢啲畫啊？瞓覺呢啲好似喂
Revelio.
感覺上好似好整齊喎。分類帽擺咗喺呢一度，我諗大家都熟㗎啦呢一頂帽。有冇養小動物？有冇鳳凰喺度咧？好好奇啊！好彩啲畫全部瞓覺咧，就冇乜望到我嘅存在。張，另外我哋不如
Aloha Mora.
呢個係 Level 2嘅鎖嚟嘅，因為其實要做副任先至有 Level 2嘅能力咧。即係話呢個位咧，一定唔係主線嘅位嚟，我諗係我嚟收集下嘢咁樣啦。仲有個鎖
Aloha Mora.
咁秘密樓上有啲乜嘢咧？ 望翻落樓下嘅可以。我哋去到觀景房，喺魔法部部長寫俾布洛克校長嘅，佢話喺9月20號嗰封信咧，唔會考慮調整霍格華茲嘅招生流程。再望清楚先。
Revelio。
仲有咩特別啊？我哋可以咁樣望落去樓下，居高臨下。平時校長會唔會都會走上嚟 hea 下嘅咧？上到嚟其實冇特別嘢嘅喎，都只不過係收到個封信啦，同埋做個獎杯咁樣。好，落翻去先，我哋主線就係行嚟呢一個位。
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
要接受第3個試煉㗎啦，飲杯茶，睇提神先。咦？喂，另外仲有啲文件喎，呢度睇埋啦，唔爭在一啲收據嚟嘅，新髮水，咁可能好大壓力嘅做校長，想濃密啲都正常嘅，啱啱人到中年。仲有啲胡鬚嘅蠟、6分怪髮油、珍珠手柄梳子、金色手柄不求人、黑妖精滅劑，淨係俾咗訂金嘅啫，其餘咧就向魔法部收。哇！做校長呢啲係咪福利嚟㗎？講真。
Revelio。
喺埋下邊，喂，唔係，我要落樓下呢個位。我哋不如立志都做校長咯。樓梯底嚟嘅呢個位，咁呢邊咧 ，OK 冇嘢嘅，上翻去。
That must be the pedestal.
就喺呢度啦。
Where am I?
誒，個畫面
Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
哇，正喎！呢個咁嘅風格，好有手繪 feel 啊！咁而家我哋就唔可以用咒語。嗱，望一望後邊先，照循例都周圍及下嘢。咁掘頭路都唔緊要，起碼即係冇遺留嘢先啦。OK， 繼續向翻前行啦。今次個試煉正喎，我中意喎，咁嘅樣。
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
喂！咁需唔需要整石化佢哋㗎？嗱，全部都另名一面嘅話，不如唔好理啦。喺呢個環境有冇嘢要開嘅咧？
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. Come and leave.
我哋機會嚟啦！行多幾步路就到，但係咧要等多陣啊！
I need to time this just right.
跑得，遠離佢。
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
等埋中間嗰個離開。 迴避到佢目光。
How could this happen?
OK， 到啦。
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
要爬上去，但已經喺我面前咯喎！呢啲有冇得打咗先啊？ 爬上嚟㗎嘛？點啊？喺由屋頂咁樣行過去。
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
嗱，望清楚，哎呀，
Too
佢
many.
想
I must cross this road as fast as I can.
要盡快啫，我要我哋跑啦！衝啊衝啊衝！好彩我天賦咧加咗少少關於潛行嘅技能。
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
呢條友咧鬼鬼祟祟擰翻轉頭，想陰我，等多陣。OK， 前面都係。突然轉咗咁嘅風格，好有新鮮感。
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be a way to find you.
揾另外一條路。
I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
要掉頭走啊！佢話：哇，後邊有一堆。
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight.
圈咗入嚟。
No way but forward, I suppose.
係咪又喺度？有一個 ，OK。有少少難搞喎呢度。等多陣啊
Now's my chance.
！OK， 機會嚟啦，飛雲！跑！
That's the way forward.
移翻身咯喎！神秘斗篷。
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
同哈利波特父母俾佢嗰個隱形斗篷一樣啊！好簡單嘅啫，隻 game 一條路。咁係咪真係呢斗篷係好完美咁樣可以不被發現㗎？似乎係喎。
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
哇，正好多個斗篷，比起我哋嗰個滅幻咧，隱形能力強好多。
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
好中意啲雲，講真。
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
神秘魔杖。
I've never felt such power.
有咗個魔杖同埋有咒語啦。而家我啲咒語咧得4種嘅啫，亦都唔可以俾我揀其他咒語噶啦。
Bombarder.
咁當然冇咗啲不赦咒就冇咁勁啦，可以話冇咁輕鬆啦。不過咧都唔可以成日依賴啲不赦咒嘅，就靠呢4招。終於嚟啦咩
Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Descendo. Defender. Bombarder.
我哋期待佢嘅戰鬥，唔知有咩新怪。
Defender. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Descendo.
勁重手我哋。
Descendo.
但係其實咧都一擊到死㗎嘞喎，都。
Descendo. Depulsor.
有啲普通攻擊。
Defender.
留翻個角度，
Bombarder.
一下就 KO。仲有啊，
Defender.
一批批咁嚟嘅，
Descendo.
一嚟有一堆啊有。
Defender.
啊，平時我玩咧就有8招嚟，都4招。
Defender. Protego.
成功反擊。
Descendo. Defender. Bombarder.
普攻都屈死佢。又可以去新嘅場地啦。今次試練打嘅人同以往2次都好唔同。又嚟啦呢度應該。哇！哎呀，最大隻嘢。
Defender. Depulsor.
召喚個山怪出嚟。
Depulsor. Descendo.
山怪我用大技，打唔死啊！
Defender. Bombarder. Descendo.
哎 ，OK KO。
Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Descendo.
先睇清楚位置先啊！哇，仲有。
Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor.
哦，危險！
Defender. Bombarder. Descendo. Depulsor.
拜拜。
Defender. Descendo. Depulsor. Defender.
落唔到佢啊喂！
Repulsor. Defender. Bombarder.
OK。可唔可以打佢㗎？兩隻生怪。
Bombarder. Descender. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Descender. Bombard.
哎呀，危險！哇，好慢啦，開始。
Defender.
個棒掣先。
Defender.
哇，睇唔到路啊，大佬！
Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender. Protego. Bombarder. Depulsor. Descender.
咁佢寫26 咧，其實就高過我而家個人物嘅 level。
Descender. Depulsor. Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor.
解決山怪先，我哋集中。啲狗仔做價量。OK 啦，打埋其他清埋場佢。
Depulsor. Defender.
仲有咩難題？隻嘢唔見咗啦噃。幾時要打隻大嘢呢？
A simple stone. This must be for me.
樸素嘅石頭。
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
完成石頭嘅試煉。
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Neve! Why? We won't be the same without her.
好多人都為咗尼亞姆而傷心啊！ 巨型死神。
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
咦喂，處師門就喺前面啦！原來已經打完啦。
But there's no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
獅子獅走，佢將走火入魔啊！
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
洗洗個面，個畫面係正常翻啦。
Revelio，
畫面正常翻，而個空間咧就係同頭先好唔同嘅，即係都係一個建築物裏邊啦。而家我哋已經了解到你個記憶，跟住同第4幅畫像傾偈。
I'd seen Bakar's tower countless times. Never.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
吸食別人嘅痛苦，聽到好似好美好咁樣咧，即係將你嘅痛苦消除。我覺得其實唔係幾好，因為人咧係會有開心啦，同埋唔開心。咁唔可以淨係得完全開心嘅，你所有嘢都開心咧，你就唔會珍惜開心嘅時光啊嘛。再加上佢係吸食嘅話咧，非常不安啊。
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
呢一關正好有驚喜啊！突然間，如果仲有隻大 boss 打啊，再好啲啦！知道咗全副蘊藏着強大嘅力量。去第4個試驗之前呢，其實仲要去調查一下 Ramwalk。今集我哋玩到嚟呢度先，4位巫師嘅畫像都出現咗啦，期待後續劇情啊！多謝大家收睇 ，thank you，拜拜。